Gonna quickly take you through how I made this UGC ad video. I'm just gonna show that video to you.
Devil's got 200 milligrams of caffeine, L-serine, beta-alanine, basically everything your pre-workout wishes it was. This thing hits different. Want some?
Making this UGC video just took me around like 10 minutes. Let me just take over on how I did it. So firstly, everything we're gonna start asking Infi. Infi is the agent as part of Infiknit that's available to you. So I just explained the sort of video that we are making. And so basically it just created two characters, like one character and the product for me. I was actually really impressed by the product, but I just wanted to add some magma here on the top. So first thing I did, I went in, started editing and adding few lines in designs here. I wanted like a really good magma design popping off here. So spent some time, created it exactly how I wanted. So this was that magma that I was able to design all inside Infiknit. Now the next thing is I tried generating a couple of images with the magma. This one was done with the improvise on. So honestly, this looks really cool, but I was going for more of a design on top of the can, which is like visible. So I felt this one was more legible, and this is what we went with. Now that I finalized the can design, I asked for 5 shots where this model is like holding and posing with the devil can that we've made. And the agent delivered 5 shots to me. So let me just zoom out a little bit, probably 50. Cool. So these are the 5 shots that were delivered by the agent. So I just had qualms with like a couple of these shots. Let me just show you how. I'll take you through the process. So the first one, there's just too many shots with the can on his face, and the hands weren't that great. I wanted more of a cinematic, powerful one. So I thought that the person shouldn't be there. So I just disconnected. So this is the another node, which I just duplicated, Control D. And then I was able to disconnect the human from the image. And this is what I ended up with. Next was this image. It was pretty good, but then it felt very bland if it was just straight. I wanted some sort of a curvature or like a different angle. So jump in, edit mode, crop window has the straight in tools. So I set it up with a 13-degree angle. And that was good enough because I was not going to use this image. I was going to work with this image as a reference. So that was great. The next one, this was a little bit complicated because I felt that whatever I was doing with the devil can wasn't good. So I quickly asked the agent to improve the prompt where the devil can is like now fitted seamlessly. And first it gave me this one. I wasn't happy with the result, reran it. And this time it was more perfect, and it kind of put the shirt on. I didn't want the shirt off. So that's great. Next was this gym bag shot. Shot was pretty good, but I just wanted a different angle. So cropped in, straightened, like added an angle of like 13 degrees, but this time clockwise. I think that's pretty good. And then for this shot, I didn't want the model to like be shown in the frame. Just the zoomed up shot was good. So punched in with the prop, and I was able to get this results. So these are not the final shots, but then these are the artistic touch that I want to give to my ads, right? So once these 5 clips were made, I asked the agent to look at all the 5 of them. And then basically this was the big prompt. I just dictate my thoughts and the agent picks up. So basically I asked it to like regenerate all the 5 with the new frames, like use these 5 selected shots as references for the framing and then regenerate it. So what it did was the agent quickly figured out that it needed to create like 5 images by sending in the reference as image. Like, let me just zoom in a little bit. So the first image it sent was the framing. The second image was the person, and third image was the can itself. And then it had really good prompting here. And this time we're using a model that is pretty good, which is the GPT Image 2 here by OpenAI. So the final shots are like flawless. Like if you look at this hand placing shot, but then the person was missing, right? So we bought the person, but this time he's like a little bit out of frame. There were other generations. This was good. The idea was good, but the phase and everything was a little bit complicated. And this was like 1:1 square ratio. So quickly made it into 16:9 for something that would work. And then if you look at this was the framing we were going for. And the final shot is like really good. And the drinking shot turned out really well with an like extreme tilt. There was no tilting, which we did, but I feel like to fit the 16:9 ratio, the model just decided to give a tilt. But if you don't want the tilt, that's where Infiknit comes in. You just jump in, just zoom it in, adjust the tilt. Like, hey, I don't want the tilt, and then you can like save it as new. You quickly get another shot that you could use. But I like the tilt. So then if you look at this whole image feels very, very straight and very AI generated, but this one was cool. It felt like it was a different angle, which AI doesn't usually generate. Since we passed this one as the reference, it kind of turned out well for me. Let's not focus too much, but then I kind of like how the angle was. But if I wanted a little bit more Dutch angle, I can just jump here and then ask the agent to. So we could just add whatever text you want and then hit improvise prompt. So it's going to analyze the image, the inputs, and it's also going to see your prompting, what directions you're going for. It's also going to see the model. Right now it's studying the GPT-2 image model skill file, and it's going to quickly rewrite a prompt that is like crazy accurate towards like what you want. So Infiknit is a whole lot agentic. Let's come back to this. It's going to take a little bit of time. Let's go to the next shot. So the next shot was this, but then we punched in with the zoom, and we were able to get a better looking shot here. So I feel like this is a very good final shot that we could use. Adjustments like skin tones and color lighting is coming soon, but then the models don't stay super faithful, so we're not super bullish on bringing in the adjustments right away. But it'll be here in due time. So let's just go check. The bulb is lit, meaning that our new prompt is ready. Okay, there's only one way to test this out. We're gonna test this. Let's see. We're gonna test how this generation turns out. But anyway, so those were the 5 UI prompts that we had, and then was the next thing. So basically I showed you the wrong prompt here. So this was the 5 shots that I added onto the agent, and then asked it to like generate like better shots based on the framing that were custom created by me. After that was the last prompt. I was like, okay, so I feel like we have a little bit better like angle here on this image, but we can always like improve it a little bit more if needed, or if you don't want to like use the improvise, you can just go ahead and custom add it, right? So that's also fine. Okay, so finally, this is where we are at. So I asked it to create a video node with like Seedance 2.5, 16:9, 720p, 15 seconds. So this is where we're at. And that was the video that was made. The prompt was good, but I can always jump in, make some changes, understand what is necessary, what is not needed, and we can always like finish up the generation. I feel like the first generation was good enough, but there's just a lot more that you could do with prompting the latest video models. That's been Infiknit. You can connect plenty of API providers. I'm just running Pika, OpenAI, and Google. Like Google is also not necessary at this point. If you buy the pro version, you get access to a couple of models through Infiknit, but get the pro version so that you have access to a better agent and the improvise tools and a lot more image edit kind of tools. Like, let me just show you what we have there. If you go into the edit mode, you have access to like removing the background. That's pretty much straightforward. There's nothing you need to be focused on. So we have remove background. We have the expand or like out paint. So that's also available. You can choose a different aspect ratio that you need to be working with, and then you can like quickly out paint it. And then we have one of my favorite tools, that's the upscale. So upscale basically just shows you how you can like upscale the images. I can show you another example, but I don't have any upscale run here. And you can also quickly pan and figure out how it is. You're not able to see the difference because it's not upscaled yet, but if you turn on upscale, you get like a very interesting image out there. Awesome. So those image edits are also part of the Infiknit Pro plan. So try it out. But most of the features of Infiknit are just available already. The canvas, everything else, VUI, okay, everything is free. So jump in, check it out. It's a pretty fun tool to play with and show us what you create.